Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, of course, which is Mansell Media Corner. And yeah, it's been a week or a couple of weeks since I last done a YouTube video for my channel, but today is an awesome ranking video, and it is my personal top 15 films of all time. So without further ado, in at number 15, what an awesome thriller stroke horror stroke a little bit of drama, but what an awesome cast. We got the legend that is Bette Davis and Joan Crawford from 1962, directed by Robert Altman. And it is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. But what an interesting backstory, which led up towards a very interesting feud between Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. So yeah, in at number 15 is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Now, in at number 14, gotta have a bit of Jim Carrey, and it is The Mask from 1994, I would say. Directed by Chuck Russell, who directed Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, I'm going to say. But if you like comedy and a superhero, I would highly recommend this film. And it's got one of the first appearances on screen of Cameron Diaz. So yeah, at number 14 is The Mask. And at number 13, from early 1970s, I love this author, and it is the legend that is Roald Dahl, and it is his famous book Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, starring the late great Gene Wilder. But if you like your family film, this is always still on television. I haven't seen the modern film Wonka, I think it is, with I think it's Timothy Chalamet, or the remake with Johnny Depp, directed by Tim Burton. But yeah, this is still an awesome film from way back in the 70s. So yeah, it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Now, in at number 12, I love my superhero films, but it's gotta be Superman. I would have put Superman 2, but Superman is one of them awesome debut superhero films. It's directed by Richard Donner, starring Margot Kidder, the late great Christopher Reeve, and the late great Gene Hackman. But what an inspirational superhero film this is. one of the best of the modern period. So yeah, in it number 12, pardon, is Superman. Now, in at number 11 from 1976, we have Carrie, directed by the great Brian De Palma. But what a cast this is. Sissy Spacek, John Travolta and Piper Laurie and Nancy Allen, I think it is. But what a great horror film by the master himself, Stephen King, I believe, which is one of his first books. But yeah, what a scary ending to this film. But that scene of Carrie getting drenched with red paint or blood is such a great moment to this film. So yeah, for 1976 we have Carrie. Then next, in at number 10, is my favourite of the Batman films. What a film this is. Stars the late great Heath Ledger. I think won some sort of Oscar in 2009 for his portrayal of the Joker. But you've got Christian Bale as Batman, Morgan Freeman, I think's in this, Michael Caine, Aaron Eckhart and Gary Oldman. So yeah, from 2008 it is The Dark Knight. Excuse. Now, in at number 9, we have for 1982, directed by Toby Hooper, I think it is, and produced by Steven Spielberg. It is the very, very good Poltergeist for 1982, like I said, you know. But what a great horror film this is. You know, if you've never seen the Blu-ray cursed films, which I own, I highly recommend it. It's very controversial, you know, what happened behind the scenes. But yeah, other than that, this is an amazing film. Then, in at number 8, a film I remember seeing when in the early 80s in Dudley, and it is for 1940 Pinocchio. This is the original. It's not the Tom Hanks version, which isn't that good, but this is an outstanding animation film. But yeah, what a great film this is. like I said, I remember seeing this in the early 80s with my parents. But what a beautiful film this is. So yeah. So we have Pinocchio. In at number 7 now we have Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from, I think it's 1991 or 1990. Famous for the Everything I Do It For You, which is by Bryan Adams. But what a cast. You have Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham. Got Kevin Costner's Robin Hood. Morgan Freeman as well in it. But what a great adaptation of the legend that is Robin Hood. Oh, we've got Christian Slater as well as Will Scarlett. But what a great film this is. Again, one of my favourite Kevin Costner films. I haven't got many in my collection, but yeah. Easily my favourite Kevin Costner film. And if you do not know, this is by Arrow. And if you're not aware at the moment, Arrow are doing their big summer sales, and some are on rare waves as well, till I believe the 20th of July. So yeah, if you're after a bargain, get some Arrow titles. That they are still putting out some amazing films. In at number 6, gotta be the OG. It's the original Back to the Future with Christopher Lloyd, the great Michael J. Fox, Leah Thompson, I think her name is. Directed by Robert Zemeckis from 1985. So yeah, what a great science fiction, sci-fi film this is. Do excuse me. Then it hurts me to say this. In at number 5 is one of my favourite films of all time. I mean, the final 4 are epics in their own right. But yeah, it's David Lynch's The Elephant Man, produced by the guy I think he's just turned 99 or 100 recently. It's Mel Brooks, but you've got John Hurt as John Merrick, Sir Anthony Hopkins in this one, Michael Elphick, Anne Bancroft, Wendy Miller, I think it is, or Wendy So yeah, so we have The Elephant Man from a great year for film, 1980. In 4th place, gotta be for 1975, one of the Steven Spielberg's best early films. It is the legend that is Jaws. But what a great score by the master, as far as I'm concerned. John Williams. But you got Robert Duvall in this film. Roy Schneider, I believe it is. Robert Shaw. But yeah, this was a game changer, and I think a lot of people were afraid of going in the sea at the time. So yeah, for 1975, in at number 4, fourth place is Jaws. In at number 3, directed by Irving Kershner, directed by the musical scores by John Williams, it's got to be The Empire Strikes Back. Easily my favourite of the original 3 Star Wars films, but what a great film altogether, and the iconic lightsaber battle between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker is phenomenal, and a very, very interesting shock twist as well if you haven't seen it. It is on Disney Plus. But other than that, this is a fantastic film. In runners-up definitely for 1991, directed by the great James Cameron. You've got Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. T-1000, I think, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. But you've got Robert Patrick as the villain in this film, and Edward Furlong as well. But yeah, it's got to be Terminator 2 Judgment Day. What a great film this is. I think this is better than the original Terminator, just about, but what an awesome film this is. So yeah, and in the runners-up is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Then next, in at number 1, is this my favourite Steven Spielberg? Yes it is, kinda, but for 1993, where he put out some absolute classics, it's gotta be Jurassic Park. What a great cast. Got Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, early appearance of Samuel L. Jackson. But yeah, what an awesome film this is for 1993, and easily my favourite of my Steven Spielberg films. So yeah, 1993 is Jurassic Park. And what are some of my honourable mentions? Excuse me. Some of these you wouldn't actually put in any list, but these are my honourable mentions for 1983, Return of the Jedi. Being a computer game fan, you've got to go for Uncharted. Then we have Nobody with Bob Odenkirk and Christopher Lloyd. Gotta have the original Ghostbusters, directed by Ivan Reitman. the late great. But yeah, what a film this is. And a big shout out to my good friend Jim Jam Movies and TV. I know this, another film directed by Steven Spielberg, would be in his favourite list, but Never Ending Story. Then we have Escape from New York with John Carp, directed by John Carpenter with Kurt Russell and Adrian Barbeau. Then we have RoboCop from 1987. Then from 2017, I think it is. It's Thor Ragnarok. And from a year later, I'm going to say it's Captain America Civil War with Robert Downey Jr. on the front and Chris Evans. So they are some of my top 15 films of all time. I know every guy in the film communities will be different, you know, just in terms preference. So let me know what are some of your favourite films of all time. What I should check out. Like I always say now, I'm always you know, I always like watching everyone's channel. So anyhow, yeah, thank you for checking out my channel today. Don't forget to like, please share and subscribe. And like I say you can leave a comment in the section. I will leave, before I go, I will I will also leave some shout outs to some of the guys in the film community. They are absolutely inspirational for me to do YouTube. So yeah, it's great to be back for having like a little bit of a time out. So thank you for watching my channel, and goodbye folks, goodbye.